We're inching closer and closer to the NFL draft, which takes place Thursday night. And Heisman winner DeVonta Smith is in the mix to be taken as the first wide receiver when names are announced in Cleveland this week. Smith lurks to join a distinguished list of Alabama wide receivers to be taken in the first round and start the next level after their time in Tuscaloosa. What a season it's been for DeVonta Smith on the way to not only the Heisman, but a national championship with the Crimson Tide. Set several Bama records on his way to becoming just the second wide receiver since 1991 to win college football's top individual honor. And we're happy to welcome in Heisman winner DeVonta Smith to CBS Sports HQ. And DeVonta, I know you're in Cleveland getting ready for the draft. Take me through the national championship game to today and what's been that ride for you getting ready for this weekend?
It's just been really busy, just meeting with teams, talking to coaches, just getting a feel for everything, and then just working out, having things to do, keeping my body in shape, and just overall just getting ready for this moment.
How excited are you about the experience of being in Cleveland? Obviously, last year with COVID and the pandemic, it was held entirely virtually, but you'll be there with some of the other greats there in college football getting ready there. What's the thought process? How stoked are you about that?
I'm excited. I mean, just to be able to be here, to have the opportunity to do this. I know the guys last year didn't get to have the opportunity, so just being able to have the opportunity this year is a blessing.
I mentioned sort of the lineage there of Alabama wide receivers. Last year was Henry Ruggs and Jerry Jeudy. This year it's you, Jalen Waddle. You go back to Ridley, Cooper, Jones. What's that like for Alabama to have produced so many great wide receivers right now to be part of that group?
I mean, it's just the culture around it. I mean, things are changing. It was the running backs at one point. I mean, we still have guys coming through with the running backs, but just now it's just like the receivers are churning out of there now. And I mean, that's just something we are held to a high standard there, just being in that group, not just by the coaches, but by ourselves, the guys that are in that group. And I mean, everybody understands that. So when you come up in that room, it's just like, this is the standard. We're going to hold everybody to that.
You know, some years it's stacked. This year, for instance, you got you, Jamar Chase, and your teammate Jalen Waddle. Last year it was Lamb, Ruggs, and then Jeudy. And then some years it just depends, right? DK Metcalf was a second-round pick with not a lot of fanfare in terms of that position that year. What do you think about your chances, obviously, whether you're first, second, or third, just being in a draft where there's a lot of depth at the wide receiver position?
Overall, the number I get drafted really doesn't matter to me. I just want to be somewhere where I have the opportunity. So the plan is not how high you get drafted. The plan is to get drafted. So just have an opportunity to get drafted. That's all I can hope for.
And whether, look, the numbers of 166, 175, for you and your game, a lot of people put weight into your weight. What have you talked with NFL general managers and scouts and the like about any questions they may have about this particular aspect of your game?
We play football. We're not weightlifters. We're not bodybuilders. We're football players. I mean, that's what we're here for, football, not all the other stuff.
You know, your head coach, Nick Saban, he talks about you a little differently than maybe even some of your teammates and those Crimson Tide football players of the past. How would you describe Nick Saban and the relationship you have with your head coach?
It's a great relationship. I mean, everybody thinks he's just this mean man that just wants to holler all day, but actually he's somebody that actually just cares about his players and just wants what's best for his players. I mean, on the field, off the field, he does whatever he can just to put you in a position to be successful. So I mean, he's a great coach. I appreciate him for everything he's done for me. I mean, he means a lot to the university and a lot to me too. Also, we talked about the depth and quality at wide receiver, running backs well with Najee Harris in this draft. Also got your teammate Mac Jones. Mac Jones, Jalen Hurts, and Tua Tagovailoa. You've caught passes from all three of them. What are some of the similarities that each guy has, and ultimately will have all of them in the NFL? They're all guys that come in every day and work hard. I mean, they're going to come in, they're going to watch the film, they're going to put the work in. I mean, every one of them just wants to be the best version of themselves. And I would say that was the big thing in that QB room. It was just like they were going to get in, they were going to watch film, they was going to know everything that the other team was doing. So, I mean, like you seen it, no matter who's in, somebody can come in, they have to be ready to embrace it and be ready for the challenge. And I mean, all of them was.
DeVonta, our time's running short, so before I let you go, why don't you tell us what you're doing with Old Spice ahead of the NFL Draft?
I'm proud to be partnering with Old Spice. They're committed to helping guys build confidence to reach their true potential, and they're partnering with Big Brother, Big Sister to put a spotlight on mentorship. And I mean, mentorship, everybody needs it. I mean, no matter what you're going through, mentorship is a key thing to help people get through the things they do. Visit BigDraft21.com to learn more.
All right, appreciate it. DeVonta Smith joining us on CBS Sports HQ. DeVonta, enjoy this week in Cleveland. Congratulations on a terrific collegiate career, and we'll look forward to you playing on Sundays. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.